some arms a la McGregor.
It's not every day you have an icon like that here, and it's kind of a little funny.
Vince McMahon must be pissed. I stole that walk, and that walk is now mine.
I gotta be honest here. I think Vince McMahon did that first.
I think Conor actually acknowledged as much. By the way, the celebs continue to file in. Dallas Mavericks center Kristaps Porzingis with us here for UFC 246. Now, Cowboy Cerrone has been an opportunistic offensive wrestler. We haven't seen it a whole lot, but how confident do you guys think he is that he can take Conor McGregor down repeatedly if he needs to go that route?
I think he can if he catches him in the transitions. It's all in catching him in the transitions. This is not a wrestling match, right? So if he can get under Conor's shots, time those punches, and he might be able to catch him by surprise. But I'm sure that Conor's prepared for this.
Yes, and that's one of the things I want to give Conor credit for here, okay, is people kind of sleep on his takedown defense and his jiu-jitsu skills, right? He's such a knockout artist. He's got such clean boxing that we forget that if you look at his fights, he's taken Max Holloway down, controlled him down there. He actually swept Nate Diaz in their first fight at one point and had some good top control position there. But he tends to get a little tired is where the grappling starts to take place. But, I mean, John Kavanaugh and all these guys speak volumes of how well he is on the ground. So, yeah, you know, I think sometimes we forget, even in the Khabib fight, that first exchange where they were grappling, Khabib had to work hard to get that fight to the ground. Now he did, but Khabib is a different monster.
A totally different monster. But to speak to that, Conor brings in Dylan Dennis to train with him, with every camp. Dylan Dennis is an absolute world-class grappler. So he's getting coached on every single aspect, submission, defense, and offense. And he's doing it with a guy who's much bigger than him, who's one of the best grapplers in the world. So he's training with that guy on a very regular basis, along with everybody else at SBG, an elite camp. He's prepared for everything. There's the other question that everybody wants to know is, Cowboy has even said this himself, and he said it during the weigh-ins. People keep saying, I can't win the big one. Well, this is the biggest one ever, and now we're going to see. I hate talk like that, and I hate hearing it over and over and over again from a guy like Cowboy. I would rather see him focus on the fight. Now, you could speak to this because you're a close friend of his. What has he said in private about his feelings about that?
And, you know, he hasn't said much about it at all to me recently because, you know, we haven't been talking. I've been in camp, he's been in camp, but he's just pumped, man. He just says, I'm going to go out there and lay it on the line. That's how Cowboy is.
His coaches would tell you he's won a lot of big ones, right? Main event against Ali Quinta last year, beat Alexander Hernandez when he was all the rage. So there have been a lot of big wins among the 23 for Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Now, though, we are going to toss it over to Megan O'Leary, standing by with the soon-to-be WWE Hall of Famer, Dave Bautista.
Thank you so much, John. Dave, what do you think of the atmosphere in here right now?
It's crazy. The electricity is crazy. Vegas in itself is crazy, but this is something different.
What is your prediction for this main event? You're certainly interested in it. It got you in a seat here. Who do you think comes out victorious?
I'm personally invested in this. Cowboy Cerrone is my dude. I think it's going to go into later rounds. I think he's going to submit McGregor. I do. I'm going with the submission.
I love